All right, again, where am I going? Where am I going? World Cup Brazil 2014, right? You have to have goals, guys. You got to start thinking about what you want to do going forward, because you need to have somewhere where you're going. If I want to go to Disneyland, if I say, hey, I want to go to Disneyland, I need to know where it is, right? And then I say I want to go to Disneyland, because now I know how to get there. If I want to go to Magic Kingdom, if I want to go to World Disney up in Florida, you need to know where you want to go. So you can basically GPS it. Know, hey, if I want to go to Disneyland, pop it in, and it tells me which way to go. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a dentist, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to be an astronaut, you need to know where you want to go, and then the route will appear. Okay, but first you have to identify what you want to do. All right, so what we're going to do is a quick exercise right now. All right, it's another club that we're actually building on the east side. All right, it's a soccer club for kids. They don't have to pay any fees, you pay better fees. All right, this is one of the first things that we did. You know, this is the first activity that we did. We actually sponsored these kids. Within 3 days, we had, San Jose City gave me a call, told me, hey, we're going to have this soccer clinic for college kids if you want to invite some of your high school kids. All right, so that was within a couple of days. So what we did, we rallied the community and said, hey guys, can you sponsor some soccer players to go to a college clinic? This was the first time that east-side soccer players attended San Jose University clinic. First time. All right, so this is like the first event, and that's why this picture made it up to the newspapers, made it up to the media, because they see positive things starting to happen. Okay? What you see up there is Mount Pleasant, James Lake, that went to high school. Some of the other high schools with too short notice, they weren't able to send a player down. Okay? Alright? So let me give you, I'm going to go to the next step. I talked about where I am right now, where I'm going. But the most important thing that you can't forget is your background. Where you came from. Now, this is a little touchy for me, but if I say can a little bit. Alright, so what you guys saw is a quick history of how I grew up. That mud house, which you guys saw there, that's where I grew up. Alright, so what we're going to do is a quick exercise. I don't want to talk too much about those slides because they're pretty close. But what we're going to do right now is a quick exercise, which basically you have paper and pen in front of you. All right, I'm going to give you 1 minute, all right, to write down anything that comes to your head as far as who you are. Okay, not objective, whoever you want to be, whatever comes to your head first thing, as far as your career or what you want to do with your life or who do you want to become. It's just a quick, the reason I don't give you too much time is because you start to think too much. The idea is it has to be snapshot. Have you guys ever heard that term where it says, the first thing that comes to your head, it's usually the right answer. Like when you take a test, when teachers tell you, hey, your first instinct is usually the right one. That's what we want to do right now. Okay, we want to take a quick snapshot of what's running through your head without even thinking about it. All right, so take 30 seconds to a minute and then just write down anything that comes to your head. All right? Anything that comes to your head. Don't think, just write it. Don't think about it. Don't think. Just let it come out. Just naturally. Don't think about what your parents are telling you. Don't think about what your counselor is telling you. Think about what you is telling you. Good? Everybody good? I want you to do the test, and then you can start to wander, start start thinking about, well, what was my grandpa? Oh, he was a dentist. All right, I want to join the dentist practice. Or what was my dad? He was, he's a doctor from Harvard or Stanford. Then you start going to that group. The whole idea is to stay in your natural group, not somebody's group who forces it on you or recommends it or says you're going to be a bus driver. Okay? I was told I was going to be a photographer by my high school counselor. I never thought I was going to be an engineer. It was natural for me to be an engineer. It was unnatural for me to be a photographer. Okay? All right? All right, this is my family. You always have to think who you're doing things for. You know where you're going. You know where you're at. You know where you came from. But at the same time, for me, it's easy because I have family, 4 kids, all that good stuff. So for me, it's, I have a reason, I have a why of why I'm doing what I'm doing. But for you who are young, you need to think about, okay, where do I want to be at 25? Where do I want to be when I'm 30? Financially secure, traveling around G4s, Rolls, Bentleys, whatever you want, it's all there. But you need to start thinking about it now. All right, so we just did this exercise right now. As far as who you want to become, that's extremely important, okay? Do not fall into the patterns that what you want to become, okay? All right, the second exercise, all right? I don't know if you're right behind that. I don't know if they gave you a second sheet of paper or if they just gave you one. Just gave you one, right? You guys have one piece of paper? All right, in the back of it, I want you to write down basically every single negative comment, recommendation, everything that your friends or family have basically ridiculed, the terms that they used. When you came up with, hey, Dad, I want to be a doctor. I said, come on, son, you can't even pass Algebra 1. Things like that. I want you to put every single negative comment that your friends, your parents, your counselors, anybody has told you. Write it down. Okay? This is what we call haters. Okay? This is what, what gives you, the impressions that you can't do something. That, starting your own business just doesn't make sense. That, like if you want to be a video producer or a movie director or a dentist or a doctor the way your parents were farm workers, these are the things that people will tell you. So write it down. Okay? Right after this, we're going to do a quick exercise. All done? You good? Every single positive or negative thing that anybody ever told you when you told them what you wanted to do. It could be a counselor, it could be your parents, it could be a teacher. And I know some of the things can be pretty harsh. I know, I went through that. I'm still going through it because my wife hates what I'm doing sometimes. Traveling all the time and saying, hey, what's the deal? You're going to be with family, you're going to be working with the business. So it gets kind of hard. You have to balance. You have to balance a lot of things. You have to focus on the business, focus on your family, focus on your kids, and then focus on the community as well. All right? All right. All right, so I'm going to show you another video really quick. Same from Eric Thomas, and then we're going to do this exercise.
These slaves. So today, although we're slaves, we're going to act like we're free, and one day our children will be free. If the slaves would have just said, we quit, we give up, we would have died in the middle passage. But some slaves said, I don't care what we go through, we're going to survive this. 400 years of slavery, we're going to get through this. And you can't get through it 1825. You can't get through a writing class, and you got tutor after tutor, resource after resource. The problem is, you ain't never felt no pain before. You're soft. It's a soft generation. You quit on everything. Our people did not quit. Harriet Tubman not only made it, she went back and got some more. She said, you know what, I made it, but I'm going to walk on. Listen to me, shh. Not ride your bus. I'm going to walk all the way back down to the south to get some more. And you quitting on 1825? after you, listen, you get a sleeping bag and you wait for them. You wait for the first WRA instructor to come in and you come out your sleeping bag, I need help. You quit after you do that. You quit after you have, listen to me, our WRA party. I'm having a party, everybody come over. I got food everything, and let them get over there. Let it be all the best writers. All right, I fooled y'all. I want to have a writing party. I'm serious. You quit and you ain't even tried yet. Last one, I'm sorry. Last one. Listen to me. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Listen to me, I'm telling you as I leave. I was homeless for 2.5 years. And the problem, most of you never felt no pain before. Y'all spoiled. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled. Just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never have to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real now. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, hey, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something gets hard, you quit. You call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't going to die. At the end of pain is success. You're not going to die because you feel a little pain. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level. Because if you keep eating like you eat at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman. So don't worry about a little pain. My greatest asset is I was homeless. So I can't feel a whole lot of pain. I've already been alone. There's not a whole lot of hurt I can feel on a little paper, on a little text. So I leave you, listen to me. We have gotten to a point where it's midterms and we're moving forward. The days of you getting money, I'm not saying we're quitting, but I'm saying the days got to go from external to internal. You have to give it everything you got. No more TV, no more parties, no more plans. If you have a 4.0, what you need to be doing is studying. Get off the phone. I'm sorry, I'm not available until the end of this year. No, for real. You reached the right number, but you called me at the wrong time. Call me back January 1st. I'm about to get busy now. Huh? I want you to have a countdown of your own. And say when the countdown is over, will the real, watch me, because when I was homeless, I knew something was wrong. I knew that wasn't the best of me. One day I said, will the real Eric Thomas please stand up? Will the real Eric Thomas please stand up? Stop being this high school dropout. Stop giving up. Stop sleeping on the street. Stop walking up and down Fecal Avenue like you ain't got none and get your GED. Stop being afraid to take a test. Stop being afraid to go to college because your daddy didn't go and your mama didn't go. Stop being afraid and be the best Eric Thomas you can be. But listen to me, it's going to be hard. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, but I got it. And guess what? On a degree, it don't have dates. So if it took me 4 and it took me 12, it don't show up nowhere. But I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I got to commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want. Thank you guys for your time.
All right. We're talking about a little bit about pain. Eric was talking about pain. All right. So a lot of kids, they don't connect with what's going on in their lives or on their parents' side, really. I mean, the cell phone gets paid every month. You got